I'm Rhonda Kelly, and I'm the Tween and Teen Librarian at Ericson Library.
I'm Zach Steer, Mr. Z, Ericson Public Library, Children's Librarian. We're here to talk about the library and things that you hopefully will be able to assist us on. So, as a children's librarian, I focus on infant to, what did you say, about 5th grade or so. And then Rhonda carries on from 6th through 12th in college as well.
And sometimes we overlap a little bit.
And sometimes we overlap. So I'm going to be presenting on the kids, various activities, and then you can ask any questions you would like about these. So one of the things that we focus strongly on is making sure that we have a variety of activities for kids, and so STEM, if we're familiar with that, I would hope. I like to say STEAM, but I didn't add the A. We are going to have a STEM night at the library. And so the reason why this came up is we have an author who's releasing or has released a new book focused on, it's called Rebel Teaching, and it's focusing on different ecosystems of learning, one of which is STEM. And so we're going to have 2 floors of activities. That's our hope. Different community partners, and we had thought that youth would be a really great table to have, folks like yourself, to provide a STEM activity, and we can kind of go over those details a little bit later if you have some ideas, but know that you don't have to spend a lot to do a lot. Recycled products are a great way, for example, to have STEM activities. An area that I focus strongly on too is early literacy. If you're familiar with early literacy, there's about 6 skills and 5 practices of early literacy, and we incorporate those in our story time programs. So story time happens Wednesday and Thursday mornings at 10 o'clock, and then every other Friday, and then every other Saturday. So what I'm looking for is, and again we'll go over more details if that's an interest, is more marketing of early literacy, whether it be flyers, posters, short commercials, just to help us as we market our storytime programs. Gives our families an understanding that we take our storytime programs as an opportunity to help prepare their children for becoming future readers as well. We also do a thing called make and take activity bags. This became really popular during the COVID time span. And so if you're interested in coming up with some sort of activity to put into a bag, it could be a craft activity, it could be a scavenger hunt activity. It allows families to take the library home with them. So a lot of those activity bags come with obviously instructions, but we can advance that a little further if you want to say, hey, I want to do something related to nature, do a book list of different books on nature and the like. So. And then something that we just started with Nickelodeon Studios, if you're familiar with Noggin Time. Noggin Time houses Blue's Clues, Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig. And so I think we're the first and only library in the nation to test this out, because a lot of the curriculum is specific to educators, classroom teachers. So we're modifying it a little bit, and I had thought, how cool would it be to get some youth to come and do be a guest reader. They like Mr. Z, but it's also cool to see different folks, especially youth, to come in and to read to kiddos. So that's an option, and if it's not Noggin Time, you can come and be a guest reader at another story time as well. The other thing, final thing I'll say is, I think this was last year, we had some teens provide recommended books. So they would choose a book, let's say Charlotte's Web, put their name, and then put a description as to why they recommend it. And then we put those little cards out. So our kiddos will be like, hey, that sounds like a great book, and it's been recommended by another student. So those are 5 different ideas for kids. I think what I'm going to do, if it's okay, is just let Rhonda present, and then we'll do questions afterwards. So I will give it over to you, Rhonda.
Hold on just a sec. I'm going to give you guys another, use that second sheet since Rhonda's is a different project, and then I'll give you another sheet for Kyle and Sven.
Yes, I'll switch.
I didn't know.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
All right, so some of the ideas and the ways that you can assist with our teen and tween programming is a little bit similar to what Mr. Z was talking about, volunteering to help with some of our programming. So if there's a program idea that you'd like to, implement, market, volunteer to help with when we're actually doing the program, we welcome all of those. Again, with the Make and Take, but also with our tween and teen programming, we do have some, crafts and art related. So if you want to come and help create an idea for a program, so help with the creation of that. Job opportunities, library is a great place to work, I promise we're all really nice there. And we actually are currently hiring right now for a library page position, which traditionally is a lot of students apply for. So if you're interested, come on over, grab an application, drop a resume off, let your friends know, we would appreciate that. Reading buddies is something that, I don't know if you had that previously, and yeah, we haven't had it for a while. So this this is kind of where we overlap with our programming, because I would love to get, teens there to sign up as a reading buddy, to be paired with a younger child, and kind of do that on a regular programming schedule. So if that's something that interests you, you kind of develop a little bit of a relationship with the child, so, kind of like a mentor situation. TAG is Teen Advisory Group is what it stands for. And we had that for quite a few years. We haven't reintroduced it since COVID, but it's something I would love to start again. And basically the Teen Advisory Group is teens who want to kind of take ownership of the library in terms of programming ideas, helping set up for programs, and just kind of be involved, give us recommendations for our collection. So many different areas. So with that group, once we get enough people interested, we set up a day time that works for everybody. We meet usually once a month, and then outside hours if you're working on something for the TAG group. And you can get silver cord hours. So if that's something where you're looking to get some silver cord hours, you could get that. And we have snacks. A lot of our programs have snacks, so come for the snacks if for nothing else. And then we have something really fun coming up that Mr. Z and I are working on. We're doing a Friday the 13th program. We're partnering with the Y Camp. Partnerships are really important to us in the community. And what better place, a Friday the 13th event, than at a camp. So this program is going to encompass a scavenger hunt, like a haunted scavenger hunt. So we've been talking to the Boone Community Theater to get some people coming out dressed in costumes, like spooky, whatever iteration that they want to do, like zombies, characters, whatever, to be along the scavenger hunt. So if that's something, if you like, drama and that type of thing, and you want to come help with that, that'd be great. And then after the scavenger hunt, the Delt Hand from Des Moines is coming and doing a horror game called Dread. And then we're going to watch the movie and have lots of treats. So
and it's important for me to preface that program is geared more towards adults or older young adults.
Yes.
So it's okay if your costume, if you decide, is creepier than a silly pumpkin or something.
That's something
like
you wear
that.
over at the library.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, and then the next slide here is just our contact information down there. If you can't read that, just let us know. But that's what we have here today to present. Okay, and we just open the floor now.
Yeah.
To questions or thoughts. And I know it's Friday, so.
Yeah.
For both of the projects, how often would you guys want to check in with us and make sure we're going on the right track?
Yeah, I mean, that really is up to you, but what do you mean, 2 times a month maybe?
I think it probably depends on
On the
what
project.
project you're working on
Yeah.
and when we would need it by. So
If there's a story time program you're interested in doing, we can set up the day and time that you want to do that program, and then based on that day and time, we'll just create a short timeline on check-ins and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
yeah,
So,
but I would say probably 2. Maybe
Yeah.
the initial
yeah.
chat through the project, and then kind of check in as it gets closer and say, do you need any help? Do you have any questions? Like, how are you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great question. Yes.
What projects are the biggest priorities to you?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back to my
Question.
That's a great question. So, specific to the story time, one would be seeing if we can get some, guest readers for noggin time because that's October to December, since it's a pilot project. And now those will happen a few Tuesday evenings, but Wednesday and Thursdays. So if you get a hold of me, we'll go over the schedule for that. And then it's not a super like immediate thing, but I really want to get going on some early literacy marketing as soon as possible, more for our pro story times and stuff. And then the last one, it's a couple months, well, not really a couple months, almost, well, kind of, the STEM night here. That one we could go over, but we have a few months on that.
And then if you're interested in the Friday the 13th, that is going to be on Friday, October 13th, so that's, you know, a little less than a month away, so if that's something that interests you. And, you know, a lot of these other things are things we have not implemented yet, but I would like to start organizing, so. Not immediate, but.
All right.
Good?
Yes.